When Coinbase becomes the SEC's latest target, the Ripple Council responds to a probable SEC action against Coinbase. By the way, in October 2020, Ripple invested $10 million in Mercy Core projects. What will the facilitation accomplish through its impact initiative? Or is it a plan by Ripple to guarantee more collaborations with more businesses? Meanwhile, the XRP Ledger Foundation has just released a brand new URL with a list of 36 validators after adding 3 community-owned validators. The great question of the day is, did John E. Dean's forecasts come true in the end? Continue reading to find out more. Check out this new video as soon as possible if this sounds like something that would be of interest to you. Welcome to our channel, where we discuss the most recent XRP news as well as cryptocurrency news in general. If you're watching one of our videos for the first time, we'd like to extend a special greeting to you. Stuart L. Doherty, the Chief Legal Officer of Ripple, has responded to Coinbase receiving a Wells warning from the Securities and Exchange Commission of the United States. To put things in perspective, a Wells notice is a letter from the SEC expressing the agency's opinion that a firm or person has broken the securities laws. It is noteworthy that the recipient is given the chance to refute these assertions and persuade the market regulator otherwise, with the SEC given 6 months to decide whether or not to pursue enforcement action. This letter from the SEC was received by Coinbase yesterday, which was confirmed. But Paul Grewal, the Chief Legal Officer of the cryptocurrency exchanges, wrote a blog post. The letter identifies an undefined percentage of tradable assets on the exchange Coinbase Prime and its self-custody wallet as violating investor protection rules for the disclosure, according to the warning, which provided little details for Coinbase to reply to. It comes after an examination of the cryptocurrency exchange last year. In addition, the regulator asserted in a case against former Coinbase employee Shaun White for insider trading allegations that 9 of the assets offered on the exchange were unregistered securities. Interestingly, Coinbase continues to have faith in the efficiency of its asset listing procedure. Growing All noted in the blog yesterday that Coinbase does not list securities. Moreover, the cryptocurrency exchange has claimed repeatedly over the past few weeks that its staking program does not constitute an unregistered security offering. Recall that Kraken, a rival of Coinbase, agreed in February to permanently halt its staking service for U.S. consumers and pay a $30 million fine to resolve SEC complaints. The SEC cleared Coinbase's operation in April 2021, only days before SEC Chair Gary Gensler took office, and enabled it to become a publicly listed company based on these same disclosures. However, Coinbase emphasizes that the danger of regulatory action still exists. The company added that it had 30 meetings with SEC representatives in the previous 9 months in an effort to register a component of its business and end inquiries. The SEC, which had previously advocated for this course of action, terminated the process in January after Coinbase claimed to have spent millions in legal expenses on recommending appropriate registration models because there were none available for cryptocurrencies under the pre-existing system. We all made educated guesses about the SEC's refusal to allow cryptocurrency companies to register in response to their repeated speeches urging them to do so. Recent reports have noted that the cryptocurrency exchange appears to have been preparing for a battle with the regulator in recent months. As was recently reported, the cryptocurrency exchange modified its risk disclosure to state that, without a court decision in the regulator's favor, it may elect not to withdraw a listed crypto asset, even if the SEC classifies it as a security. Although we are aware that this is all part of the process of changing our financial system, we are confident in the truth and welcome the chance for Coinbase and, by extension, the larger crypto community, to appear in court, said Brian Armstrong, CEO of Coinbase, in a thread on Twitter yesterday. Alder appears to support the top cryptocurrency exchange in a tweet he posted today by citing an antiquated saying, "My friend is my enemy's enemy." Moments thereafter, the Ripple CLO tweeted Google's answer to the SEC's Will's notification. In the legal battle that blockchain payment businesses have characterized as an assault on the entire emerging sector, Ripple and the market regulator are still involved. The dispute centers on whether XRP is an unregistered security offering. Coinbase provided him with support in the form of an amicus brief, as consensus attorney Bill Hughes noted. If the SEC decides to launch an enforcement action, there will undoubtedly be a flurry of amicus briefs in defense of Coinbase. It won't be strange to witness a reaction among Coinbase supporters, judging by the responses of our legislators and historical precedents. Hughes, however, voiced the opinion that if the SEC pursues enforcement after Gensler's tenure, the prospective court battle will last for years. The attorney predicts that disagreements over the impact of appealing will lead to this. Attorney John E. Deaton, the founder of crypto law, foresaw this eventuality in July and, in response to the development, blasted the SEC as a complete and total disgrace. The lawyer claimed that the regulator's actions have outraged and disappointed him. The lawyer said in a subsequent tweet that supporters of a free market would find the SEC's actions repulsive. The future of the developing market in the US is still unclear. Following the terrorist attacks and the FTX collapse, regulators, in particular the SEC, appear to have started a crackdown on the entire business. On the other hand, market participants are calling for unambiguous market advice. Later in the film, we'll talk about attorney John E. Dean's forecast. Mercy Core Ventures recently revealed that Ripple has been crucial in assisting them in making investments in a lengthy list of 42 portfolio firms located in 23 different locations around the world. The disclosure highlights the ripple effect's growing influence in the tech and banking sectors as it attempts to improve financial inclusion. During an interview with the Ripple team, Scott, who works under the Chief Investment Officer of Mercy Core Ventures, revealed the news. According to Under, the majority of the businesses that it invests in with the help of Ripple are run by women, highlighting the venture capital firm's commitment to supporting women-founded businesses. It is also noted that these investments have had a significant impact on the businesses in question because they have collectively attracted a noteworthy customer base of 15 million people who are in need of their products and services. Meanwhile, the company has raised $396 million in additional financing. Importantly, Mercy Core's forays into China were aided by a trial project run in association with Eager Africa and Etisalat. The project seeks to provide more than 12,000 farmers with weather index insurance by leveraging the capabilities of smart contracts. The organization's goals for 2023 are listed in the section titled Looking Ahead, which also includes assisting in the creation of diverse teams and resilient businesses. In order to help these enterprises weather future constraints, Mercy Core Ventures also wants to incorporate a climate-focused approach. Understate the significance of blockchain and cryptocurrency solutions in resolving urgent problems, such as improving financial inclusion for the unbanked, addressing humanitarian crises, and reducing climate change. He added that Mercy Core Ventures' goal is to use these cutting-edge technologies to address these problems, and that Ripple has played a crucial role in advancing this vision. Following the advocacy for and investments in blockchain technology, it was revealed that blockchain had significantly improved climate resilience, particularly in sub-Saharan Africa. Beginning in October 2020, when the Silicon Valley company donated a $10 million donation to Mercy Core Initiatives, Ripples began working with the organization. The donation was a part of the Ripples Impact Project. Through the program, Ripple hopes to collaborate with businesses and groups all over the world to build a more inclusive, sustainable, and equitable economy. Now that attorney John E. Damon's prophecy has finally come true, we can move on to our major question of the day. Coinbase and Binance US were named as prospective targets in a July prediction by crypto law inventor and XRP supporter attorney John Deaton that the US Securities and Exchange Commission would eventually prosecute the US-based crypto exchange before the end of the year. It was likely that it would occur because the SEC had just a day before claimed that 9 assets exchanged on the cryptocurrency exchange were unregistered securities in a complaint against former Coinbase employee Sean Wahid. The regulator also started looking into the publicly traded exchange. But as the year came to an end, nothing had occurred as predicted, pushing his forecast into 2023. As evidenced by recent SEC enforcement actions against Gemini and Kraken, this forecast has partially come true. Yet, the lawyer has remained adamant that the SEC would pursue you if you offered unregistered securities for trade. The lawyer most recently reaffirmed this opinion when he expressed confidence that the contentious person and papers would be made public regardless of the outcome of the Ripple case. To put things in perspective, up until this week, the SEC's enforcement proceedings against US-based exchanges focused more on yield and staking products than the exchange's own tokens. As was said in the story from today, Coinbase has received a warning letter from the SEC. The warning stated the SEC's opinion that investor protection regulations were broken by an undefined amount of its listed assets, Coinbase Earn, its staking program, Coinbase Prime, and its non-custodial wallet. According to today's news, a Wells notification alerts a company or individual to the SEC's suspicion that the receiver has broken securities legislation. It gives the grantee the chance to argue their case before the commission. As soon as a Wells notice is published, the SEC has 6 months to decide whether or not to file a lawsuit for enforcement action. Deacon's prediction hasn't actually come true yet, but it now looks more plausible than ever as the SEC works to establish its authority over the developing market. In reaction to the Wells notice and Coinbase response today, the attorney criticized the SEC's behavior as dishonorable. We've reached the conclusion of the video, guys. If you liked it, please click like on the video. Don't forget to hit the notification button and subscribe. I find that the YouTube algorithm is greatly aided by this. Sharing this video with as many people as you can will also help enlighten others in the same way that you have been enlightened. Let's spread the word about this, guys. Don't miss any of our stuff if you are a serious Bitcoin enthusiast. I'll see you tomorrow to discuss the most recent news that affects our entire community.